Okay, Sunday, 11th of May, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Study Sunday. Be more. The importance of dropping false ideas. False, inaccurate, obsolete, redundant, pointless, useless ideas. This is something I instinctively came across 10, 15 or so years ago. But no one seemed to really admit it or to mention it or say it. People would often judge someone based on the person they were 5, 10, 20 or so years ago. But I thought inherently, instinctively, that makes no sense because the person they were 5, 10, 20 or so years ago is different from today. Just through sheer life experience, just living life, doing stuff, you become wiser. So inadvertently, these people were still judging them on what they used to be like, not understanding or appreciating how important it is for individuals to drop ideas that are no longer relevant or important. And that's fundamental as well. We can have an idea one day, concept or a mental model of life or an appreciation or an understanding of something. But then through curiosity, study, discipline, knowledge, you name it, over time, we grow, we learn. Very important. Really, we're compounding. We're getting smarter and smarter and making fewer mistakes, and we're shortening the learning curve so we know smarter things faster. I did a video about this, the cost of discovery and the salvage mentality. There's always something to learn. And as we learn these new ideas that challenge our preconceived notions, what we already know, or what we already think that we know, we have to look at it objectively and say, is this idea, this new idea, is it smarter, wiser, better, or worse than what we have already? If it's better, we have to get rid of this idea because it's redundant, it's obsolete. It'd be akin to saying it's important to know how to manage a horse, when in today's society, in today's world, the world runs on cars. It's akin to that. It's akin to understanding how to use a typewriter, where we don't really use those anymore. It's keyboards. And online document editing, things like that. It's those skills or ideas or concepts that become irrelevant to the world we live in, the contemporary society, the contemporary situation as well in life. Getting rid of those ideas so we have fewer misconceptions, fewer delusions of reality, so we can adhere to reality better, achieve our goals more efficiently, and make fewer mistakes. Therefore, waste less time. Powerful, important stuff. Very important. And we need to keep learning ideas, always feeding the ideas, always something new. I realise that the thing that I'm studying elsewhere, on a rolling 6-month basis, I've grown noticeably and improved noticeably. 6 months. On a 6-year basis, it's completely different. Completely different scenario. That's powerful because it's compounding. Because as we learn more, the deeper our reservoirs of knowledge are, so we can do more and create and achieve and build more. As we realise our mental models and ways to view the world becomes redundant, we have to swallow our pride and drop the idea completely. Very important. You could say then it's an ego thing. It's an IQ test and an ego test. It's an IQ test to learn these new concepts, different sources, different places, and an ego test to discard ideas that you once thought were precious or valuable or useful. An ego test. And I think a lot of these other people over here were making this false assumption, this false equivocation to think that these people over there, I really can't remember the scenario, but I just remember it at different places here and there throughout the decade and a half. People were assuming that these people were assuming those people were the same and not understanding that they had changed or not changed, or they had changed over the years and half a decade. And then you could say that these people, again, I can't remember the scenarios or situations, but I remember seeing this and feeling it, noticing it. Because they were not adhering, because these people were making a false equivocation that they were not in sync with reality, in They were not in sync with reality. That's interesting wording, actually, in sync with reality. I.e., delusional, i.e., full of misconceptions. Getting the wrong end of the stick, you could say. And again, we want to minimize that in life. In many facets of life, many ways of looking at life, health, wealth, love, happiness, you name it. Even metrics we have not yet enumerated or able to point a finger to, they will exist. We will be able to recognize them in 1, 2, 5, 10 years, and then we can, as we recognize them, we can maximize them, be more efficient with them. And that's powerful. And the more of those we recognize and refine, the better we can perform, the better we can build, create, and achieve our goals and plans in life out there in the real world. Very important. So getting rid of ideas, false ideas, inaccurate ideas, old ideas, redundant ideas, obsolete ideas is important. So we are more in sync with reality as we learn more and new things. So we make fewer mistakes. Very, very powerful, very important. Keep learning. Keep learning. Again, I did a video about this. Cost of discovery and salvage mentality. There's always something to learn. One little nugget or keyword over here that you could learn today as opposed to 6 years from now that could be applied tomorrow. And therefore in 6 years you're significantly better than today, or even the person you could be in 6 years. The sooner we learn these things, the better. The more in sync we are with reality, and the more we absorb data-wise information and concepts and principles, the better. Powerful stuff. Yeah. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.